Let's go, girls.
From classic music videos to record album sales, sold-out concerts, and countless awards, Shania Twain is every bit an icon.
Okay.
Now, we're celebrating Shania with an intimate interview inside her new Las Vegas residency.
You know, the audience inspires me every night.
No subject is off limits as Shania shares stories from her remarkable life. Overcoming a difficult childhood,
We didn't have any food, or we didn't have any heat in the middle of winter.
shaking up country music,
It was quite controversial. I didn't realize it would be controversial.
and becoming one of the biggest artists of all time. Plus,
Every time I put it on, I feel like Superwoman. You know?
Shania on her legendary fashion, her thoughts on today's top-selling artists, and some big surprises.
Someone pulled out a gun in the parking lot.
This is On the Red Carpet Icons, Shania Twain.
Hello from Las Vegas, where Shania Twain is beginning a new musical adventure. Thanks for doing this for us. Here's what I loved. Women going into your show here at Planet Hollywood, they were showing up with sparkly cowboy boots and sparkly cowboy hats, a lot of fringe and animal print and short skirts and short pants and midriffs. They were really saying, we're here for you, Shania.
You know, the audience inspires me every night. I'm looking out. I'm people watching, and I'm looking for all the various Shania-esque, outfits out there. You know, I see a lot of denim on denim. Like you said, the short skirts. I'll see a lot of leopard print. Yeah, I see all of that, and I notice it. I really notice it. They put an effort, and they get into the spirit.
It's a nice tip of the hat to you. And there was a time when you wore a bare midriff in a music video and caused all sorts of fervor in country music, right?
It's true. It was quite controversial. I didn't realize it would be controversial. I was still a low-budget artist, new on the label, so my videos were self-styled. But then when it got back to the label, when they saw it, they're like, oh, you're not wearing a bra. It's a white dress, and we see your belly button. And there was all kinds of concern.
In your show, you do Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little body.
You wear an outfit you wore when you made the music video. That had to give you some sense of power that you can still look just like you did in 19 blah, blah, blah.
I think maybe Man, I Feel Like a Woman may have been out 27 years ago. It's a long time, okay? And that is the original outfit. I'm in the show. I am wearing the original Man, I Feel Like a Woman outfit from head to toe. Everything, the choker, the gloves, the whole thing. And I'm celebrating, bringing that outfit out of the museum and performing in it in real life. I'm making the most of it.
You know, you can hear everyone singing that song as you're singing it on stage, but when you get to the line, Man, I Feel Like a Woman, all the guys stop singing. Can you tell that?
No, I see them singing it. Okay, so I'm going to work on that. I want more men singing it. So in the show, I'm going to just confess this. When I do Man, I Feel Like a Woman, I always let the audience say that line, but I really want to say it myself, but I know they want to say it so bad that I do this.
Oh, yeah.
I got to steal one for myself every once in a while. I really enjoy saying that line. So, yeah, it's in everyone's line. It's a, Man, I Feel Like Myself is really the exclamation.
You've had so many hits that I was thinking if you got all of them into this show here in Vegas, you'd have to do medleys.
Yes, and I have done that in the past. This Come On Over, I made it all about the classic string of songs. And you're right, though. It is hard to fit everything in that I know people want to hear.
That's a good problem to have. I think about The Woman in Me, which you sang on your show here. And it was 29 weeks at #1.
The woman in me.
Was that a pinch me moment for 29 weeks in a row that this just stayed up there on the charts?
It's crazy. You know, it's really, really crazy. I think the craziest thing is that those accolades at the time were kind of going over my head, because as they were happening, I was making the next video, or I was editing the next video, or I was doing a photo shoot, or I was styling something. I wear a lot of hats. And I wasn't celebrating those successes at the time. So Come On Over is my moment, the show, to celebrate and revisit 25 years ago for the first time.
And Come On Over was 16 songs, 12 singles, right? So 4. In your most confident time, were you thinking, what about those other 4? What about them?
What about the other one? Well, people yell out for me to sing them all the time.
I love it.
People yell out for all kinds of songs we sung all the time, and that is where the medleys are very helpful. I'll probably revisit those at some point. And I do love refreshing with songs that are maybe, you know, some songs are people's favorites that were never a number one song.
You don't need to do this right now in your career. Tell me why you want to do it.
I enjoy celebrating for the first time. I can actually say that, for example, wearing the original Man, I Feel Like a Woman outfit, now I'm enjoying it. I'm like, every time I put it on, I feel like Superwoman. You know, it's like, and if I think about it literally, the day of shooting the video, I only wore it the one time. I mean, it's a one-day thing, and then it went to the museum, and that was it. So being able to do it every day, it's a resurgence. It makes me feel more daring, and I'm comfortable in my own skin in it. I'm different now. I'm 25 years older.
Well, we are just getting started here. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you next what I saw as soon as I walked into this theater that really grabbed my heart.
Still to come,
When we ran out of electricity, we had to move.
Shania Twain on her difficult childhood and how it inspired her to give back.
Your childhood was unconventional. Your mom having you sing in bars after closing hours at 3 a.m.
Plus,
It was a new experience for me.
some of the wild early days before she was a star.
Whose bed have your boots been under? And whose heart did you see, I wonder?
After lackluster sales of her debut album, Shania Twain burst to stardom with Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under?, the debut single on her 1995 album, The Woman in Me. The album earned Shania her first Grammy and her first #1 hit for this country classic.
Dirty man of mine, better walk the line. Then show me it's gazing, squeezing, blazing kind of time.
Welcome back to On the Red Carpet, here with Shania Twain. We walk into the theater to see your show, and the first thing we see on the screen says, "Follow my charity." I think that is so powerful because you are giving back from a place that is so real.
I'll start with saying, from when I was a child, I always dreamt that the days or the weeks that we didn't have any food, or we didn't have any heat in the middle of winter, that somebody would come and save us. We didn't know of any charities that would, do that would bring us food, or the school didn't bring us food, or didn't have food for us, or the utility companies weren't saying, we know you're going through a hard time, let's, skip 3 months of bills. It didn't happen like that. When we ran out of electricity, we had to move, simply. So I just always said, if I could, someday if I ever have enough, I'm going to give to the kids that are in my situation right now. And that is what the charity is about. We give these kids a break.
I think it's beautiful. I know you've heard this saying, my life is like a country song. And when it comes to you, your life is like a country album. Right?
Yeah.
There are so many things that happen to you in your life, and I think a lot of people have heard some of your stories, but I want to know if there's something in the back of your mind that you think about from your childhood before you ever go to sleep at night that keeps you going and keeps you on the path forward.
When I think of my childhood, I think mainly that, you know, as challenging as it was, it couldn't have been any different. And so I feel gratitude. I wouldn't want to redo it again. I wouldn't want to live it again. You know, a lot of people say, you know, if you could live your life over again. I say, oh, stop right there. I don't want to live my life over again. Once is good. You know, I'm fine. You know, I would never, and at the same time, I mean, I wouldn't change anything anyway.
I like that too. I know your childhood was unconventional. Your mom having you sing in bars after closing hours at 3 a.m. and your dad giving you your first guitar when you were 8. Was that like getting your first car at 16 for you?
Well, the funny thing is it was my sister's guitar. So my younger sister is musical. She was playing the snare drum, keeping the beat, and I was singing. And then they wanted my older sister to be the guitarist. But she just wasn't interested. So they bought her the guitar. And it was sitting around and sitting around. So I decided to pick it up, and my parents said, you know, that maybe you should not do that. And I'm like, well, she's not going to play it anyway. So I asked her, do you care if I play the guitar, play her guitar? And she said, no, go ahead. I don't want to play it anyway. So my dad taught me my first 3 chords, D, G, and A, major, and that was it.
Wow. And the rest is musical history. We'll be back with more of Shania's successes coming up here on the Red Carpet.
Up next,
That don't impress me much.
more from Shania's new residency at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas. And the one night in Nashville she will never forget.
Someone pulled out a gun in the parking lot.
Plus, what Shania says about her plans for the future. Which of her iconic music videos is her favorite? And she gets even more personal than we expected.
We had to schedule in pee breaks.
Do you love hearing from country music icons? Check out On the Red Carpet Icons, Dolly Parton, streaming now on our On the Red Carpet YouTube channel.
Shania Twain's first Las Vegas residency came in 2012, which she kicked off in the most Shania way, riding on horseback down the Strip. It was a remarkable comeback after a Lyme disease diagnosis in 2003, at the height of her career, left her mostly unable to perform for years. Now, she's rocking Vegas again. Welcome back to On the Red Carpet. We're talking with Shania Twain. We want to focus on some success right now, but before we get to that, every artist who performs in Nashville has a good honky-tonk story before everything went north and wonderful. What's your best one?
Okay, so do you mean like as a performer?
Yes.
Okay, so in Nashville, in my early signing days, my small team at my label, they said, listen, we want to take you to a real honky-tonk. They took me to this place that was called the Longhorn. And they put me up on stage. It was like a writer night, you know, and I got up and did a bit of singing. And that was all really great. I was very used to the very, you know, real small honky-tonk kind of places. I grew up singing in country bars, small town ones. But when we left the bar, someone pulled out a gun in the parking lot. And the security guy at the door, who was there jamming out and watching the show all night and watching everybody all night, he was out in the parking lot and he pulled his gun out. And I'm like, does this happen every day? What is happening here? But everybody else was kind of like, it wasn't that unusual. So it was like a cultural, I don't know what to do in this situation, but I guess I just hang with my, hang cool like everybody else and I'll be fine. But it was a new experience for me. In my bars where I grew up singing, they fight, all right. They fist fight over the stage. They throw chairs. They break bottles and fight with broken bottles.
I expected a lovely short story about 3 people in a bar, and I got guns.
Violence. Listen, when you go to those small little honky tonks, because I don't think that happens anymore now. I think it was then, people got drunk and then the fight started.
So let's talk about the fact that you've sold 100 million albums worldwide, and we're not talking downloads, we're talking real albums that you've sold. The first artist in history to have 3 consecutive diamond certified albums, and all that means there was even more work to get there. Tell me about the work that got you to all that success.
I'll start from now because right now I'm celebrating 25 years ago the release of the biggest of the 3 diamond albums, which is Come On Over. I named the show here at the Back Theater Come On Over for that reason. And in the moment 25 years ago and 27 years ago when I would have had my first hit, I wasn't celebrating anything. I was just working. So we had to schedule in pee breaks, food breaks, because otherwise they would get ignored. And I just went from a video shoot to a workroom, like a wardrobe workroom, designing clothes, to an editing room, editing a video, editing photos, to a recording studio, there was no end to the work. To be honest, success has given me the luxury of space. I can decide now where my priorities are and where they really lie in order for me to enjoy what I do.
All right. Shania Twain, Harry Styles, and Angela Lansbury, The Connection's coming up.
Still ahead, Shania's thoughts on Taylor Swift, her all-time favorite music video, and could she join American Idol?
There is a space open on that judge's table. If they offer it to you, would you take it?
Have you taken a selfie with a celebrity? We want to see it. Scan this QR code and share it with us. We'll post our favorites on the Red Carpet social pages.
Okay, so you got a car? That don't impress me much. So you got the moves, but I got the touch.
That Don't Impress Me Much is one of the astounding 12 singles off Shania Twain's biggest album, Come On Over, the top-selling album ever for a female solo artist. And she performs many of those hits in her Las Vegas show, including this classic that spent 32 weeks on the charts. Welcome back. Shania Twain certainly has had some iconic music videos over the years. Do you have a favorite?
Well, I'd have to say Man, I Feel Like a Woman is my favorite. I have so many videos that I love, but just the fact that I can wear the Man, I Feel Like a Woman outfit in the current Come On Over show it's my current favorite video because I'm living the look every night in the show.
I'll play on words with one of your songs that impress the audience much.
Oh, thank you. I like that.
All right, so you have opened the doors for a lot of other artists. Taylor Swift credits you. Harry Styles credits you with his music and his fashion. I know you have 5 Grammy Awards and a bunch of other things on your shelves, but is that the best award that you can get, paying it forward to these other artists?
Oh, it's such a huge compliment to hear from I call them kids, because there's so much, they're young, and I've watched them grow through their career since they were kids. I admire their talent, and their hard work, and it's a huge compliment to be, noted by them, and that I've influenced them in any way at all. So yeah, those are the greatest rewards, actually.
I was very pleased when I learned that you would be the voice of Mrs. Potts in the 30th anniversary celebration of Beauty and the Beast, because I am a diehard Angela Lansbury fan. You must have been too.
Oh my gosh. I was so honored. And she had passed away right at that time. So it was a very bittersweet experience to be playing that role. Angela Lansbury, I grew up with her, so many of her characters all through the years, and always loved her voice.
Me too. You were a mentor on American Idol this season. I thought you were terrific. The judges thought you were terrific. Lionel Richie, I know, is a friend of yours. When you didn't think you could sing anymore because of Lyme disease, you did Endless Love with Lionel. There is a space open on that judge's table. If they offer it to you, would you take it?
I love Idol. I really like being in behind the scenes at Idol. I would step into, a day of Katy Perry any day. I think it's up to the people if they would even want me or not. But I do love being in behind the scenes a lot. I could be a full-time behind the scenes person there, like mentoring. I really loved that. I like dealing with the talent. I like helping them out. I'm a good cheerleader.
There was a documentary on you a couple of years ago, and in the documentary, you said, "You've got to be brave." How has that served you?
I have learned with time and experience that fear gets in the way of everything. And so it takes a lot of courage and bravery to actually do it, to really put fear out of your life, out of your way. It takes courage. You have to be brave. You got to put on your brave suit.
It has been a delight talking with you, Shania. Shania Twain here in Vegas right now, her residency at Planet Hollywood, but I think we'll be listening to and seeing Shania for many, many years to come. Thanks for joining us for On the Red Carpet Icons, Shania Twain.
Thank you.